Someone is watching from afar, but you're dangerous makes them cautious. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is watching from afar, but you're dangerous makes them cautious. Yes, sir. It makes them cautious with however they approach you. Okay, it makes them cautious on how they're going to introduce themselves. And it makes them cautious with how they decide to handle you, right? Have y'all ever been at work, at the family reunion, at a store, whatever the case is, and you seen one person get spoken to like they were a child, and then another person get spoken to like they were an adult? Yes, because that person who's talking to them, they already have a high understanding. They're very careful. Right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, be careful with me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, be careful with me. Now, y'all, I did some analyzing, and when I was watching the Animal Planet, one thing I paid attention to is how big cats stalk their prey. Now, y'all watch this right here, y'all. A big cat will stalk their prey from minutes to an hour. Okay, let me say that once again, y'all. From minutes to an hour. This means that they will stalk them from sun up to sundown. They're not playing, y'all. They not playing about their dinner. They want their gazelle. They want their zebra. They want it. All right, they hungry. But the point is what I'm saying is that I'm not calling you a prey. But what I am saying is you dangerous. And that means that people have to pay attention to you a little bit longer. Right? A person got to watch you for some time so they can understand how they can approach you, because you're highly intelligent, you're beautiful, you're handsome. Okay, they don't know how they're going to approach you. You speak highly, all right, very articulate, and you understand, like you have the understanding of Solomon, and this is what people know, so they know they can't just say anything and you just go right along with it. You're not a sheep. Right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm not a sheep. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm not a sheep. Now, y'all, we going to go ahead and get directly into this video. All right. But y'all already know what you got to do. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay. Subscribe to this channel. And y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified. Okay, after every single video I post. Now, I know I'm over here, you know, with the greasy lips looking like a grease monkey. All right. But family, it is white lip season, and I'm getting tired of licking my lips, y'all. I'm getting tired of it. All right. So with that being said, that's why I'm sitting over here looking like I just ate a big box of Popeyes. But it is what it is, y'all. Here we are. Someone is watching from afar. All right. But your dangerous makes them cautious. They cautious with you, y'all, and they got to be very careful. Okay, let's go ahead and get directly into this. Now, the first reason of why is, number one, your boldness. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, it is your boldness. Family, even down to Microsoft Word, okay, you can write 100 words, but when you put something in bold, what happens? They stand out. Drop that down below in the comments. I stand out. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I stand out. When you're writing over 100 words, 200 words, it can be 1,000. When you put that bold, when you put that dark color over them words, it stands out. It is bold. And that is the same thing with yourself. You stand out on your job. You stand out within your family. Okay, you stand out within the friend group. That's why people make jokes about you, right? And y'all know how I feel about jokes. Believe it, because they meant that. Now, you do have friends who just joke, and that's y'all camaraderie or that's y'all friendship. And I truly understand that. Everybody is not out to get you, right? However, y'all, you know the ones who are low-key jealous of you. You know the ones who are low-key envious of you, and as you begin to converse with them and y'all joke, you can kind of tell that you going a little below the belt, ain't you? You know, you going a little below the belt. You need to bring it back up here, right? You start paying attention to that, because of those jokes that they're telling you. They really mean it, right? But that's why they make jokes about you, because you're so bold, right? Bold is equivalent to what? Confidence, right? And oftentimes your confidence will make the insecure think that you are cocky, but that is not the case. You're not cocky, you're just confident. You just know where you're going. Okay, you ever had a person try to give you directions, whether that's going to a state, going somewhere in the airport, going somewhere in the school, or even some type of facility, but you already know where you're going. You're like, oh no, I already got it. And they kind of get an attitude because you told them, no, I got it. I'm not saying I got it because I'm trying to make you look bad. I'm telling you I have it because I already know where I am going. See, family, the issue with you and your enemies, or with you and people who want to be you, is they want to give you information that you already have. You don't need it, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I don't need it, okay? It's not to say that you won't ever need anyone ever, but for this particular situation, you don't need it. You're already equipped with God's wisdom. You're already prepared with God's knowledge, and you're already sought out to be something great. You know exactly where you're going, right? Y'all, sometimes people will introduce you to what they're doing for a living, or they will introduce you to what they think is going to put money in their pockets, right? Because they're working off of you. And when you say, hey, I'm cool on that, I already know where I'm going. Hey, I don't need that opportunity. I don't need that job you're trying to give to me. I already know where I am going. They'll have an issue with that. That's why the people who are preyed on are people who don't know who they are, people who are confused, people who are lost, and people who are just unfortunate, meaning they don't have it. They don't have no type of income. They don't have no money. They don't have a mind of their own. And so whatever they see on TV or whatever they see on social media, they're following it. They're following it, right? However, y'all, they sit back and watch from afar when it comes to you, because they don't know what to expect. You probably just got somebody told off today, right? You're probably going to get somebody told off next week. I don't mean cussing somebody out and acting alley and acting like you ain't got no sense. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about defending your honor with verbal warfare, right? Verbal warfare, not cussing the person out, but verbally setting somebody straight by utilizing your intellect and your knowledge. This is what people have a problem with. They have a major issue with that. And guess what? It all goes back to you being bold. That's what I'm talking about. Why y'all think the lion stand out in the jungle? Why do y'all think that one big cat in family? I've seen a tiger, and a tiger is extremely large. It is actually bigger than a lion. A lion hunt in packs. A tiger hunt by itself, right? But the tiger a little bit more sneaky. The tiger is a little bit more low key. He gonna get his food and he gonna eat his zebra too, but he low key with it. But that lion, when he roar, you gonna hear him from miles away. When he walk up on you, he coming with him and his homeboys. That lion is not playing with you. That lion got that big mane, and he stands out. He's bold, and he'll walk up on the elephant. That lion will walk up on the elephant, and although the elephant skin is too tough, right? Do y'all research on that? Elephant skin is extremely tough, y'all. I had to do my research. I couldn't believe it. I thought that you can punch it through it. An elephant is tough, right? Guess what? He'll give up, but he was bold enough to walk up on it. And that's the same thing with yourself. You're willing to take on any battle. You're willing to defeat any type of warfare, whether that is spiritual warfare, physical warfare, emotional warfare, mental warfare. You have the strength of Samson. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I got the strength of Samson. Okay, and that's why a lot of people dislike you, family. I'm just being honest. You are bold, all right? You are bold. You stand out in any situation. Your perspectives are much more, interesting and intriguing. Like, people love your perspective. That's another thing. What do you think about it? What is your opinion on this? You probably get that a lot, don't you? I know. Drop in the comments and let me know. But anyway, y'all, number 2, it's gonna be this right here, y'all. The consequence gives anxiety. Okay, let me say it louder, y'all. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, the consequence gives anxiety. So oftentimes, y'all, when a person feel as if the consequence is going to be a big one, okay, or the consequence is going to be a huge issue, or it may be a little too tough for them, or just that consequence alone will cause anxiety. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a great example because I know somebody done did this. Y'all remember when you was being bad in school? Now I know a lot of y'all are angels and y'all ain't did nothing in school and y'all got y'all work. Y'all were good girls and boys. I understand it. But for those who did something wrong in school, like myself, okay, when they call your mom or they call your dad, they call that parent, and whoever is the toughest parent, you don't want to see them. And so when you got in trouble, when you got, when you got that paddling or when you got suspended or ISSP, right? Especially if you're talking about middle school. But if you're talking about elementary, you probably get a little paddling or talking to and they call your mom. Either way it go, you are afraid of that consequence, right? So when it happens, you are dreading to go home. You scared to go home. Anytime somebody mention your mama name or your daddy name, boy, you ready to run. You shaking like a stripper in some boots, butt naked. I'm just being honest, y'all. And so what happens is that the next time you gonna watch from afar. You like, nah, hey, Charles, I see you, bro, but I'm good. Tina, I got you. It seemed cool to pass notes in class, but I'm okay. Listen, I got band-aids on my butt right now. My butt got icy hot on it. It got icy hot on it. Okay, you like, listen, I don't have time for the BS. I'm okay. The consequence itself causes anxiety. Yeah, it makes you afraid of it. And that's the same thing with your enemies, those who want to be you, family members, friends, whoever have some type of encounter with you. The consequence, right, causes anxiety. Another thing, when it comes to a beautiful young woman, for most men, they're going to have anxiety. It's only the man who is confident in themselves who's going to walk away with the phone number or even walk away with a nice rejection, right? Because just because this man is confident don't mean he gonna guarantee get the number. She may say, hey, I admire your confidence, but I'm just not interested right now. I have something going on, or I have a husband or boyfriend, whatever the case is, my dog died, whatever, okay? However, he's gonna walk away with this pride because you know what? I don't think it's me. She said she appreciated, but she had this going on. It just wasn't her day, dog. All right? But Reno, what are you saying right now? What I'm simply saying, y'all, is that the consequence gives a person who is insecure or not confident, okay, anxiety about walking up to that young woman, okay, or that mature woman, right? It's going to give them anxiety because of the consequence. She may tell me no. They may tell me no. He may say no. They may reject me, right? But y'all know, anytime you receive a rejection, that is only God's redirection, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, God is redirecting me, okay? Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments and say, God is redirecting me. But sticking to the point, y'all, it is the consequence that gives them anxiety. Anxiety about what you gonna say. Anxiety about what you gonna do. Anxiety about what you are connected to. All right. Oftentimes, y'all, in the industry, you know why people don't mess with other people like that? And I ain't talking about like, I don't like you, but I'm talking about they don't cause ruffle feathers or cause a bunch of friction. I don't know who's connected to this person. I don't know who's connected to this person. Okay. That is major, y'all, especially here in Atlanta. I'm going to be honest. Like, people in Atlanta, they mess with who mess with them. Meaning, if we have a circle of friends and we all know each other, we all good, right? But if you ain't in this circle, if don't nobody know you here, don't even come around here. Don't mess with we will blackball you. And I'm gonna say outside of Atlanta. You get blackballed in Hollywood. You get blackballed in the industry. I think you'll get blackballed even in the gospel industry, right? Believe it or not, y'all. I'm just being honest. Somebody may disagree, but you'll get blackballed in rap, rock, whatever, right? It's about who you are connected to. So the consequences okay, causes a person to have anxiety. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't know who they know, what's going to happen. I'm going to stay away from that. And that's why people watch you from afar. They don't want them problems, okay? Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. A huge one, by the way, but unfamiliarity, all right? Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, unfamiliarity. All right. Now, family, I want to tell y'all this. I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. We as human beings dislike what we don't understand. Okay, we dislike what we do not understand. If we don't understand it, if we don't get it immediately, okay, if we can't just read 2 words, because you already know, y'all, as a community, and y'all know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about in particular. When it comes to reading, we're like, man, we ain't got time for that, man. Hey, man, show me the picture. Let me see the picture. Let me see the video. Don't nobody want to read. Now, me on the other hand, y'all, I'm a rare breed. Now, I love reading. I'm just going to be honest. I really do love reading. I think that reading is fundamental, okay? Fundamental. But anyway, y'all, back to the point. The point of what I'm saying is that us as humans and, just people in general, if we are unfamiliar with something or someone, then that is the difference between getting the job and not getting the job. That is the difference between trying it and not trying it. That is the difference between making it happen and not making it happen. Unfamiliarity, okay? Now, here's the funny thing, y'all. God always uses a stranger. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. God uses strangers. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say God uses strangers. He does. When it came to Moses, okay, Moses met a stranger by the name of Jethro, right? Jethro helped him with his speech, his talking, as well as mentoring him on his call for God, right? Jethro was being obedient, as well as Moses being obedient to his call, to his purpose, all right? So God will always use a stranger anyway, okay? So I don't know why people dislike unfamiliarity. The person who's going to bless you is going to be unfamiliar with you, and you're going to be unfamiliar with them. I'm just being honest, right? But I got a confession, y'all. I got a confession. For years, I couldn't stand mushrooms, y'all. I could not stand mushrooms. I did not like them, right? I didn't like how they look. I didn't like the texture. Family, fast forward to about a year ago, 2 years ago, family, I've been eating me some mushrooms. They good. Mushrooms good, y'all. But I was unfamiliar with them. Like, I would see everybody else eat them, and I'm like, I don't get it. Now, I still don't like okra. I don't care what nobody say. You better not put no okra on my plate. I'm just being honest. But back to the mushrooms. I love some mushrooms now. Oh, yeah. I like the texture. I like the flavor it gives. It's just good. Like, it adds to the steak. It adds to the chicken breast. But, family, I realized something. I knocked it, and I didn't even try it. Unfamiliarity. And so, family, they are unfamiliar with you. They are unfamiliar with your ways. They are unfamiliar with how you act. They are unfamiliar with how you smell. They are unfamiliar with everything about you. Unfamiliarity, which means they sit back and watch from afar. They're like, I'm good, dog. I'm good. His cautious his dangerous is making me cautious. I'm good, dog. All right. But that's the point, y'all. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, y'all. They are analyzing you. Oh, yeah. They are analyzing you. We see this all the time, y'all. In the dating community specifically, right? You analyze that man. For my ladies, you going to analyze if his pocket's looking okay. You may be like, you know what? He don't got to be rich. He don't got to be, Chris Brown or Jay-Z, right? But he need to have something going on. And I can understand that. That is sane for a woman to want a man who has something going on. Doesn't mean that she's using him. It just means that she's sane in the brain, right? If I had a daughter, and when I have a daughter, whenever I have a daughter, okay, I'm going to make sure that she get with a man who got something going on, okay? Like, make sure that the brother got something going on. But the point remains, y'all. The point remains. You want to do an analysis on anybody, right? However, y'all, that's what they're doing to you. So I'm not saying that this point is good or bad, but realize something. They are analyzing you, right? Before you pay for that hotel, what do you do for it? You analyze it. Before you go on a date, fellas, with that woman, what you gonna do? You gonna analyze her, unless you want her for different reasons, but the point remains. You're going to analyze her. You're going to analyze him. You're going to analyze the job, right? Because you want to make sure that you're not getting yourself in something that you can't get yourself out of, okay? They are analyzing you. They don't understand quite. They don't get it quite, right? They are afraid of you. And what makes them afraid is your dangers. That's why they are moving very cautiously, y'all. Very cautiously. All right. But anyway, y'all, next one, last one, number 5, you trigger people. All right. You trigger people. Somebody drop in the comments and say trigger button, right? Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say trigger button. So, family, this right here is a big one. Sometimes people who are failures or people who have been failing their entire life, they hate successful people. And it's not because they hate the successful individual, but they hate what comes with the successful person. They hate the grind that successful person have. They hate what the successful person have done to get there, because everything that successful person did is everything that failure tried to do, and they failed at doing it. The issue that they have within themselves is they don't understand how to be resilient. Because I don't care, y'all. No man and no woman don't have no superpowers. I ain't talking about in terms of being a chosen one or, being chosen for God, following their calling. I'm talking about ain't nobody around here levitating off the ground now. Ain't nobody around here flying around like a dragon. I'm just being honest. If he can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If she can do it, we can do it. Make sense of what I'm saying, family? So what I'm saying is that the issue they have within themselves is they're not resilient enough, right? So a successful person will trigger them. I can't stand your awards. I can't stand your rewards. You think that you're better than us. You got this money because of this. The devil is involved. And they just get so triggered because they are failures, right? And so that's why people are triggered by you. Now, also, y'all, I was watching a movie called Unstoppable, right? I want to say it's number 2 or number 1 on Amazon Prime. Y'all make sure y'all check that movie out. I'm not getting no type of commission off of that, y'all, but I really like the movie Unstoppable. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Okay, I shed a tear, y'all. I did. I shed a tear. I ain't gonna lie, I did, because it's about one guy who he just has one leg, right? But he had the heart of a lion, y'all. I'm talking about he had his crunches. And he would take his shirt and get a 45-pound weight, get his shirt and tie it to his crunch and run like he got 2 legs, but he had 1 leg, right? With crunches. He was wrestling, y'all, and he was so good that he was beating people with 2 legs. He ended up winning the NCAA championship with 1 leg. And he's going through domestic violence. He's going through issues with his mom, going through issues with his stepfather, the whole 9. But he kept going. That's what the movie is called, Unstoppable. He is a motivational speaker now. Never heard of him, outside of the movie, but I thought that the story was amazing. The point is, y'all, is that it triggered me when I was watching that movie, because I seen myself in that story. I seen, how he bust into the room to help his mom. I did that, right? I seen how he was losing people. I lost people. So it triggered me, right? And then on top of that, I'm a grounder myself. I'm a motivator myself. I'm always about, listen, under any circumstances, we get it done. That's me, right? Trigger me. Shed a tear. I'm going to be honest. Now, I know y'all laughing at me, but real life, y'all, the point remains, though. When something triggers you, all right, you kind of watch it from afar. I ain't gonna watch that movie again, y'all. It's gonna trigger me. But y'all get the point. When you trigger people, they watch you from afar. They can't be up on you. You're gonna cause them to react. You're gonna cause them to respond. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what God has blessed you with, okay? And that has nothing to do with money, because clearly people can have a lot more than you and still be jealous of you. It has everything to do with what money cannot buy. I'm just being honest, y'all. But with that being said, family, yes, someone is watching from afar, all right? You are dangerous. And listen, y'all, it's making them very cautious about you. Just gonna be honest, y'all. But with that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all get one of these one-on-one sessions, y'all. Limited time only, okay? Limited time only. And y'all make sure y'all check out any one of my books. Enroll into my social influence course, or get one of those hoodie t-shirts, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Hoodies or t-shirts. I'm just gonna make up my own word. Get a hoodie t-shirt, right? But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.